And as we know, the government said today would be the day that they make a decision on the leaving cert. Again, they kicked the can down the road, which I hope the thumbnail is no before the kicking the leaving cert down the road. Because I spent a good bit of time trying to edit that and trick around with it. I never really do much editing, so instead of doing a trick around with it for a while and see what it turned up. But I think it ended up very well. It took me a while to get it all sorted and everything. But yeah. So yeah, next week. They just like literally just kick it on the road. And like Norma Foley, I'd never seen such a woman in my life. Like, I've never seen such a woman that just it's just determined to ruin everybody. Like literally the leaving sorts are ruin her. I literally will ruin her, and she's never going to be elected again. Because you see a Wikipedia page, the leaving sorts are basically ruining her life. Like you see online, like they're ruining her, like literally. I've never seen such. She's more hidden than Joan Borton now. But yeah, so much for me, Whole Mountain coming out yesterday and saying, they need clarity. And I was like, fair to me, Whole Mountain, at least he's talking some sense. For once in his life, he's talking a bit of sense. That leaving such students and, teachers and, the general public, they need clarity. They don't want to have to listen to this for next 6 or 7 months before it happens. And I was like, to me, how, and I was like, and I was going to say it, that, he's talking some sense. Like, I was very surprised that he's talking some kind of sense. Because there's not really much sense in this country. And he was talking a bit of sense with an interview with the journalist yesterday. But again, he's just like, fuck it anyway. He's just like, that went out the window very quickly. So yeah, but anyway, and just when I'm talking to, we have to look at different ways of doing the leaving so the junior stuff from now on. Because it is outdated. The way we're doing it is outdated compared to probably other countries. Like if you look at Finland, for example, they have no exams. They don't think it's necessary for young people to put themselves through put themselves in stress and annoyance any day of the year. And they don't have exams, they don't have anything like that. Which is, I think, is the right thing because it's more, how would you put it, it's more equal, I suppose, because everybody's on the same footstool and nobody's higher than anybody else. Which is a good way of looking at it. Nobody's smarter, nobody's any way better than anybody else. Which is the fairest way, and it's fair for people. They do the only class; they don't have to do an exam. And then there's other countries obviously do online things and different things, like different ways of doing it. Because again, the leaving cert and junior cert are old-fashioned kind of ways, and they've not been upgraded for years and years. And we do need to look at a different way of doing the leaving cert, a more, I suppose, beneficial way of our young people. Because again, it's kind of stupid, stupid idea anyway, the leaving cert. Because again, you learn so much. You have pages upon pages to learn. I am a leaving cert student. Like I couldn't care less if I get 1 point in the exam or could get 2 points. As long as I'm happy and healthy, that's all that matters to me. But again, as I always say to people, do your best. That's all you can do. But yeah, the amount of papers you have to look up and everything like that is ridiculous. And maybe out of the say you get like this one, like for example, Metawork. We have a good few. We have nearly a book to look at full of questions that could be asked, and I use the word could be asked. And you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. You put yourself through so much stress that in the one subject alone, looking through all the questions, trying to see if that ever comes up again. You just couldn't remember it all. Like literally, like even the brightest person on the planet couldn't remember everything in the book in one subject. And it's a bit stupid because it's only testing you on the day you go in. It's not testing you over time, and that's something that in LCA. I'm in LCA is a program which you're marked by your attendance, and by projects you do in school, which is a good idea, and I think that's the way the leaving cert should be. Not based on attendance, but what you do in school, what you learn in school, day-to-day works in school. I think that would work better. For people, and maybe even as I said, maybe you could put attendance too. As marks for the leaving cert, something like that for the leaving cert from first year, and we're not from first year, from for sixth year. Would be I think would be beneficial, would work out well. But again, the government and Norma Foley's not really too fucked about trying the different things. Like you can just see by our traditional leaving cert. Like again, this is the thing. Many people have said the leaving cert should go ahead, and I disagree obviously. Because there's far too much stress on young people. Again, fifth years, like we lost that in 3 months last year, and we're losing that again. And obviously with COVID and things like that, teachers are just terrified to come into classes, and it's basically very slow going, and more or less, that's just putting it straight. Everything's very slow going in schools. Like I couldn't care less if I never learned one thing, I might as well be honest. But again, there's other people care, there's other people that care. And obviously it's not fair on them having to go through the stress, because again you're putting stress already at the moment in time with the lockdowns and things like that. It's far too much on young people's mental health. Young people are not fit and not capable of dealing with this amount of stress. I don't even think adults, anybody, be able to deal with it. Because again, lockdowns, the mothers and fathers might have lost their business. God forbid, one of them might, some of them could have lost their lives. And we're going ahead and we're saying leaving so to sit an exam, let's study all night. Doesn't make much sense. Again, it's about taking care of people too, because there's only so much you could do, in these times. Like even colleges, I don't even know if college exams are going to go ahead, because it's too much stress on people. Everything's far too much stress on people. People's mental health is literally at the bottom of the chart at the moment in time. And as you see with the amount of young people suicides, it's something we have to keep in mind. And there's something that we have to be aware of, I suppose, too. And Normal Foley should be aware of it. But again, Normal Foley, I don't think really cares much about anything. Only the traditional even. So like literally, then schools are safe. Whoever gifted that idea, because literally I wouldn't give that person a cent more. Whoever told Normal Foley that in the beginning, because that's the only thing she has to say. And then she avoids every question she can. She dodges in. She just doesn't add to it. Like literally, it took us so long to get the special needs schools to open finally. They're starting to open up finally, which the kids that really, really do need, they do need it, because they need the education, they need to have support. And the Normal Foley took forever to do it, and then she insulted the teachers' unions, and then I really could go on, but Normal Foley should really resign. It's plain and simple that she made an absolute bollocks of a situation. That literally is the biggest bollocks of a situation ever. At least last year. It went on for a while about clarity for the leaving cert. But again, Normal Foley just, like, at least the minister last year were acknowledged. Normal Foley's literally going on and saying, I couldn't give a fuck what students think. I'm doing it myself. I'm doing my own thing. Like literally, she's blocking students for asking questions on Twitter and on Instagram. Some minister, over 100,000 a year. Some minister. Great country, and they only got 4,000 votes in the local election, Kerry. Probably might not even get 2 votes in Kerry now. But the Healyways obviously probably get the Healyways get all the votes down there. Literally nobody else has a chance in Kerry with the Healyways. But anyway, thank you for watching. Take care everybody, and bye.